Have you ever felt uncomfortable when people look at you because of your hair loss? How are you coping with it? I am Anna, counselor and cancer survivor, offering emotional support while you follow your medical team. At first, it can be confusing what you feel because the situation doesn't give you time to process it. You go from one place to another, and those looks are always there. At some point, you may ask yourself, it is about what the others carry in their gaze, or it is about what I feel when they look at me. In my case, I chose not to cover my head, and that attracted more looks. If you manage to see it from another perspective, it can become a big opportunity. An opportunity to grow and to ground yourself even more in who you are. You might be mixing up your own feelings, your emotions, and your thoughts with those of others. Their fears, their discomfort, or even their pity. All of that blends. It creates even more confusion. It intensifies what we already feel. If you don't identify what is yours and what belongs to others, that cycle repeats, and it can be tough to break. That is why it is essential to give yourself the chance to recognize what is yours, to be aware of it, to work on it by yourself. Of course, one step is being aware, and the next step is the inner work. Remember, the inner work is not instant. It needs discipline, dedication, and kindness. It's just like plants. They need care, watering, and love. Once you identify your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions, and separate them from those of others, a path opens up. A path to start breaking that cycle. It's not easy, but it can be done. It requires clarity. Clarity in what do you feel, and clarity in what do you think. Only then will you avoid getting catch up again. And little by little, you start breaking the cycle. At this point, many aspects arrive. Your fears, your feelings, and your self-image. It's very easy to get lost. It's very easy to feel overwhelmed. And right at that moment is when you need to stop the most. Fire center, breathe, and in your own way, be with yourself in calm. When the time comes that you stop carrying the fears, the discomfort, and the pity of others, it will be easier not let it affect you. Of course, it's just one aspect of living with cancer. There are many beliefs, so much uncertainty, and many situations moving all at once. I am aware of that. But here, we are talking about this aspect in particular. If the other people feel fear of cancer, if they fear it might be happening to them, if their inner work, it's not your responsibility of take care of it. I repeat, this is an excellent opportunity. An opportunity to grow and to know yourself better. Each person chooses what they want or how they can handle it at that moment. And that is perfect. Some people feel release when the hair grows back, and that is natural. But the question is, the hair grows back, but the I transcend the aspect. If you can't, if you don't want, that is okay. It's not your moment. Each person has their own experience. Remember, always you have the final word. It's your life, it's your decision. If you found that information helpful, please help to expand to others who need it. I invite you to give a like, share, and subscribe to the channel. The next video is about when others fears your cancer. Take care of yourself, staying positive, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.